So Gleason, there's 4 questions that have come up. First of all, is the material that we were quoting, Matthew and Acts and Peter, is that not the Gospels? Is that not from the eyewitnesses? How do we know that? Second, what about this plural we? Third is the fact of Jesus talking about my God and your God. I think that's a good way to bring it out, because he did say my God and your God for a reason. Would you comment on those 3 things?
Yes. Well, first of all, I apparently did not communicate successfully to these gentlemen the fact that there is no recorded use in any ancient language in the BC period or in the classical Roman or Greek period where the pronoun we is ever equivalent to I. Therefore, the only honest thing you can do in the interpretation of language is to recognize the fact that when the Hebrew used nase, let us make, it was talking about more than one.
What about this material that we were reading? I asked you that question, and they said that it's been lost. The Gospels and so on.
Jesus said, I have not spoken of myself, but God had given me a commandment of what I should say and what I should read.
Yes, but what I want to know is, what about the original manuscripts? Have they been lost?
I think it should be pointed out that we today still have manuscripts of the New Testament and the Old Testament that go back 4, 5, or even 8 centuries before the Quran was revealed to Muhammad. And they are identical, or virtually identical in wording, to what we have in our scholarly editions of the Old and New Testament today. Therefore, it is contrary to reason to suppose that there was some other form of gospel or of Old Testament or Torah which is different, for which there is not one line, one word of manuscript evidence.
All right, we're out of time, record of
gentlemen.
The word of Jesus in his lifetime.
All right, gentlemen, we're out of time, and I had 3 more questions to ask both sides, but we're going to have to pick it up again next week, and we're going to the topic of, is Muhammad a true prophet of God? And so I appreciate all the information. I hope that you'll join us next week.